Hi everyone, it's Paul here from Rawsome Healthy, and today I've got Sasha from Moscow who's going to share with us his story on eating a low-fat raw vegan diet. Hi Sasha, how are you doing?
Thank you, fine.
Okay Sasha, so tell us a bit about yourself, where you come from and what you do.
Oh yeah, so my name is Sasha indeed, Sasha Narinyani. I come from Moscow. Currently I live in Moscow. I also lived the major part of my life in Siberia, in southwestern Siberia, which is much colder place. And then I moved back to Moscow, and I lived for a few years in India, in Nepal, studying Buddhism and Tibetan languages. Then I went to work in a monastery in southern France, translating from Tibetan into English for different Tibetan lamas. So also I traveled around the world for quite a while. I lived in the east, lived in the west. Now I returned back to Moscow, and I'm running a publishing house. I publish books on Eastern philosophy, on Buddhism, on yoga, Tai Chi, and that sort of things. Also books by Ken Wilber. So my main occupation right now is editing, translating, and publishing. And that's it pretty much.
Wow, so you lead an interesting life and you've been to a lot of places.
Yeah, I enjoy it really.
So how long have you been on a low-fat raw vegan diet and what made you start?
Well, now it makes almost exactly 1 year and a half. I started in 2012, towards like the month of June or July. And I heard a report, a story from friends of mine who are accomplished yogis and yoga teachers. And they told me the story how they transitioned to low-fat raw vegan diet, became raw foodists, and how it affected their lives, how energetic, how it revitalized them. And I was impressed immediately. I was vegetarian for like 20 years by then. I became Buddhist and vegetarian at the same time.
Right.
Yeah, but I never really tried a vegan or raw thing, and although I heard of it, but it never impressed me enough to try it. But then I heard this first-hand story from my personal friends, and then I was inspired immediately and sort of transitioned in a matter of a week.
Wow, so what if any changes have you noticed on this diet since you've been doing it?
Well, I would say first month or a couple of months were kind of hard. I felt low energy and certain detox processes went on, but then it was kind of fine. I lost though a lot of weight. I must say I lost almost 30 pounds, which makes it like 15 plus kilos. I'd never been really bulky or too fat. I was kind of slim, so losing 15 kilos was a challenge for me and challenge for my relatives and people who know me, for my friends. So in the eye of everyone I saw who didn't see me for like few months, there was a question like, what happened to him? He got AIDS or cancer or what? And I had to explain every time over and over again that no, it's okay, it's fine. I didn't want intentionally to lose weight. It just happened so because of the transition. It will come back,
transition.
Blah, 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 yeah. So that was one of the challenges. Otherwise, well, my skin, my nails, my my eyes, everything sort of improved and looked better and feel better, and the energy level went up considerably. Yeah, and I started running again. I used to run marathons and long distance when I lived in France and before that, and I used to run and compete in cross-country skiing when I was younger. So I was always into this endurance,
fit and active
endurance thing. Yeah, not sprinting, but more of a long distance effort. And I went back into running once I turned raw vegan, and it goes fine. Now I started, thanks to Paul and Julia, I got some lessons all
doing some running lessons,
barefoot running. Yeah, and right now we are here in Chiang Mai on this beautiful stadium, and we're doing our barefoot running sessions around this football field.
It's great fun, yeah, and in the sunshine, it's just perfect. Then we go back and eat fruit, so doesn't get better than that.
No, can't get better.
So what do you find challenging? Anything on this diet you find challenging in lifestyle at all?
Well, the first year, I must say that the first year was the easiest one. It's surprising, but I thought it would be the most difficult one. I was all invigorated and feeling high in a good sense and full of energy and not looking back and so forth. But then when the second year started, I feel this feeling of the accumulated taste deficiency. You know, you crave for old taste, for old smells.
Right.
You go along some Thai bazaar where they sell sort of local cooked food or stir-fried food and deep-fried food and so forth, and then you see you taste all the smells, you sense all the smells, and you want to try this, you want to try that.
Memories.
Of course, you'll never do that, and you know how you feel after you try that, and you will feel regret, and you'll feel sorry in the morning. You'll be like having a hangover. But again, the tastes, you miss a little bit. The salty, fatty tastes. So that, I would say, is a challenge for me. It's not a challenge that might overcome my willpower, but I definitely feel it.
And do you find it gets less over time, or has it stayed the same?
Well, for the first year, it didn't really present a challenge, but now I feel it more often. So I think it's sort of accumulated over the year and a half, and I crave tastes more. But I understand their detrimental nature and their harmful nature even more of those substances. So I don't think I'm going to try them ever. So
it's very important to gain the knowledge on this diet and lifestyle, and to really realise that eating healthily is extremely important, and going back and eating as old foods just doesn't work anymore.
Yeah, I feel that's the preventing factor that really might help people to overcome all those sort of sensory temptations. The knowledge, the intellectual knowledge of the benefits behind that diet that might really help you.
It's very important. Yes. So what do you like about this lifestyle the most, this diet and lifestyle, Sasha?
Well, I like few things. First of all, of course, the way I feel now. I won't exchange it for anything else now. Once you tried it, it's like you took off some plastic bag off your head, and you suddenly see more clearly, you sense more clearly, you think more clearly. Everything is sort of
enhanced, isn't it?
Reinforced now, and to put back that plastic back on your head again, for exchanging it for some nice salty, fatty, sugary tastes, I don't feel like doing that. So that's one advantage. Another one, I would say, is sort of feeling of missing that karmic burden of eating anyone or eating any products like dairy products that are associated with the karmic load of mistreating animals, and cruelty and so forth. That also does change. The ethic is important, and there is no that energy in your food that is the energy of oppression, of suffering and so forth. So it also lightens your being a bit, and I like that feeling also. Yeah,
we definitely consider ourselves that the ethic part of it is very important, the ethics, and knowing that you don't contribute to animal suffering in any way is really important. So I can really go along with that, definitely. Now,
and I enjoy my fruits as well. Like being here in Thailand, you can go without mentioning it. In Russia it might be difficult sometimes, but if you go to places like Thailand or Indonesia or Vietnam or Philippines, then that's your place. With all those fruits, you're the king of the place.
So what advice, Sasha, could you give to other people who are thinking about starting a low-fat raw vegan diet?
Well, being myself a newbie raw vegan in a transition period, so to say, in a more extended transition period, but still up to 2 years, I would suggest I would advise not to be discouraged by the initial difficulties that you might experience, that you might and you will encounter on that path. It may be the detox syndromes, it may be the cravings for your comfort food you loved from your childhood, but the food that did not love you back.
Yes, exactly.
That's the saying goes. And again, I want to stress that the advantages you will get initially from that diet will outweigh greatly those difficulties that you might encounter on the transition phase. So go over it, don't be discouraged, don't be threatened by those cravings and detox difficulties and so forth, and just go ahead.
Fantastic. Well, thank you very much, Sasha, for the interview, and it's great talking to you. As always, guys, we'd love to hear from you what your experiences are on a low-fat raw vegan diet. Please leave your comments below. Eat sweet, be fit, and we'll see you soon. Bye.